I want to speak right now to someone in relation to that Epping hotel. We're saying Epping hotel resident is the headline of the BBC. No, so a legal migrant being put up at taxpayers' expense at the Bell Hotel in Epping. Hadush Kebatu. Sorry, he's from Ethiopia. He has been convicted. We found, at the beginning of this month, convicted and found guilty of sexually assaulting both a 14-year-old girl and a woman. He's now been sentenced to 12 months behind bars. I mean, whoopity-doo-dah, we'd be lucky if he serves even a few weeks there. But let's talk to Karen McIvor. She's a local resident and branch secretary of the Epping Forest Reform UK party and has attended many of those marches, those protests that many, particularly mums, began in the wake of that case and that arrest of that illegal migrant. Karen, first of all, do you welcome, well, not just the verdict, which we had a few weeks ago, but the sentencing today?
Hi, good afternoon, Julia. Thank you very much for having me on.
Thank you for joining us.
I'm exasperated, Julia. What a disgrace to give such a ridiculous sentence. I mean, the guy's come here illegally. He's been convicted of a vile assault. And, my thoughts are with the family, the young lady and the other lady. We have been peacefully protesting as a community for the past 3 months, peacefully being the big word we use here. And I'm so, it's just an insult, isn't it? I mean, what do these people think they are doing to our country by giving such stupid sentences? Now, I assume this is the maximum sentence that he could be given because it's a magistrates' court. I've been hearing that on different channels. Yeah. Something I'm not a lawyer.
But then it wasn't referred to Crown Court where he could be given. He touched a 14. He attempted to kiss the 14-year-old girl. He put his hand on her thigh, asked her to kiss another child in front of him. And when a woman intervened, he placed his hand on her thigh. When she said it made her feel shocked and uncomfortable, and she called the police. I mean, God knows what he might have done if someone didn't intervene. That's the reality. I tell you what, if he put his hand on my daughter when she was 14-year-old's thigh, been a very different outcome.
He needs to be deported, Julia. He's here illegally. There's nothing else to say. He's here illegally. He needs to go. He shouldn't be here. He's come here and he's done that within. I think it was like.
Well, he's done it within days, exactly. Do you know if he has been held on remand or not?
No, I don't know.
Because that's the thing, I can't find any information on that. And again, should this information not be in the public realm? Because we need to know whether he's safe or not. But if he has been held on remand, then he will. I mean, if he's been given a year's sentence, you'd be out after just a third of it anyway. I mean, he'll be in prison for a matter of weeks max.
It's disgusting, and our legal system, the people in charge, should literally be ashamed of themselves. They are not protecting British people, and this has been very much highlighted, and the British people have got behind us in Epping, and this sends shockwaves because it is such a poor outcome. It needs to be reviewed. He needs to be deported, and let's just think of this lovely family, and that's what we're thinking of. We protest every week, twice a week actually. We've been consistently protesting, and we will continue to protest until that hotel is shut. It's full of
but here's the thing. Lord McKinley, a Conservative peer, he said it vindicated those protests. You say those peaceful protests, and they've gone on in many other parts of the country as well. I'm wondering if there hadn't been protests, whether this would have even gone to court, actually. I wonder if this would have just quietly disappeared, this case.
You wonder what else is going on that we don't know about. But, Julia, we know about this. This has happened. This is disgusting. We are protesting peacefully, week in, week out, until that hotel is shut. This guy, whoever's done this sentence and whoever the legal team that are representing him, who are these people?
Everyone, we have a judicial system. I don't care if someone's a mass murderer, they deserve to have a fair trial. Fair trials are good for everybody. It could happen to us one day. So, it's important we all get a trial. Here's my question to you, though. You want the asylum hotel, the migrant hotel, to be closed. I've got one 10-minute walk from my house that I've only discovered since these protests started. I found a website which showed me where they all were and was able to identify it. So here's the thing. So you get that hotel closed. These people aren't going to be deported anytime soon. They're not going to be going off on that one in, one out thing. No, France isn't going to accept these people. So where do you want these people to go? I mean, I know you and I both want them out of the country. They're not going to be out of the country. Isn't it better? So they're in that hotel, even at great cost to us, and we know where they are. So you can warn your children, don't go near, rather than in a house next door.
I don't agree with that, because it's next to a secondary school, and this is the point that we're making week in and week out. The hotel is inappropriately next to a secondary school. Therein is the problem. It's in the completely inappropriate place. It's been closed before, Julia, because it's inappropriate. It shouldn't have been reopened. And, you know, as we've said many times, the local council, led by Conservatives, have let us down big time. They shouldn't have allowed it to reopen. They should have fought for us sooner. And had they fought for us sooner, who knows, these incidents may not have happened. But the fact is they have happened. And unfortunately, you know, the sentencing is shameful. It's embarrassing. The guy's been found guilty. And, you know, they're making us like a laughing stock, and it's ridiculous. But you know what? I'm so proud of our community, and we will continue to protest until that hotel is shut. We will not stop.
Well, I mean, all credit to you. And you say peaceful protests, local communities. You've been painted every word under the sun by people claiming, oh, these awful big delay. You've been proved right. You've absolutely been vindicated. I completely understand, and all power to you. Thank you very much indeed for joining us. Karen McIvor, she's a local resident of near the Bell Hotel, and she's also branch secretary of Epping Forest Reform UK Party. Tom Slater, your reaction to that?
Well, it's just a reminder, isn't it, about the fact that the hotels have become a signal problem.
Yep.
But at the same time, unless you've got a credible plan to house the people you need to process and to deport those who have no right to be here.
They're not. They're just going to be. The government
just moved around.
The Tory government last Tory and the Labour government now want to just move them into local housing, rubbish little bedsits. They want to move them. I don't care what quality accommodation they get, because there's plenty of British people living in worse. But so that we don't know, so we don't notice them, and there won't be protests outside. I think that would be a bigger risk, and it will allow them to hide the problem more. There's an argument where when they're in hotels, we know where these people are. And I'm not saying that all these people are a risk to children, but we don't know, and that's the clue. Love to hear your thoughts on that, your reaction. Give us a call, 0344 499 1000.